Good evening, welcome back to our channel tonight. We will tell you a scary story on Christmas Eve where Christmas should be a day of joy. Instead, scary day. But before we get into the story, let's get to know Christmas first. Christmas, a globally celebrated holiday, is a time of joy, tradition, and togetherness observed on December 25th each year. This festive season transcends cultural and religious boundaries, bringing people together to celebrate the spirit of giving, reflection, and the warmth of shared moments. From the twinkle of lights to the exchange of gifts, Christmas encapsulates a sense of magic and goodwill that transforms the winter landscape into a canvas of festive enchantment. Crimson Snowfall, Blood on Christmas Eve. In the quiet town of Everwood, where the snow fell gently on Christmas Eve, there lurked a darkness beneath the festive facade. Everwood had always been known for its picturesque winters and cheerful holiday celebrations, but this particular Christmas would be etched in the town's history as the night when the snow turned crimson. Amelia, a curious journalist drawn to the macabre, arrived in Everwood to document the town's unique Yuletide traditions. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones about a centuries-old legend, whispered through generations. They spoke of an ancient curse that cast a sinister shadow over the otherwise joyful festivities. As Amelia delved into the town's history, she discovered tales of a family long forgotten by the town, condemned to a tragic fate. The curse dictated that every century, on the stroke of midnight on Christmas Eve, the snow would transform into a haunting shade of crimson, signifying a blood sacrifice to appease vengeful spirits. Undeterred by the warnings, Amelia set out to unravel the mystery. The town square, adorned with twinkling lights and a towering Christmas tree, became the focal point of the impending ritual. As the clock neared midnight, the air grew tense with a palpable unease. When the first snowflake descended from the heavens, it was as if the very atmosphere recoiled in terror. The townsfolk, bundled in festive attire, exchanged anxious glances. Amelia, determined to capture the supernatural event, positioned herself in the heart of the square. Suddenly, a piercing scream shattered the stillness. The townsfolk turned to see a spectral figure, clad in tattered garments. Emerging from the swirling crimson snow, the apparition, a manifestation of the cursed family's tortured soul, pointed an accusing finger at the crowd. The town's residents, gripped by fear, attempted to flee, but an invisible force held them captive. The crimson snow enveloped the square, staining everything in its path. Desperation filled the air as the ghostly figure beckoned towards a chosen victim. In a horrifying twist, it was revealed that the sacrifice must be willingly offered by a member of the town. To break the curse, the townsfolk, torn between self-preservation and the need to protect their loved ones faced an agonizing choice. As the clock struck midnight, a heart-wrenching decision was made. The chosen sacrifice stepped forward, a look of resignation on their face. The crimson snowfall intensified, swirling into a malevolent vortex, and the ghostly figure disappeared, leaving the town square eerily silent. With the sacrifice accepted, the curse lifted, and the snow returned to its pristine white, Amelia, her documentation, now a chilling testament to Everwood's dark legacy, left the town with a heavy heart. The once festive atmosphere had been replaced by a haunting memory, the night when the snow turned crimson, and the town's soul was forever marked by the blood on Christmas Eve. That's what happened to the people of Everwood and Amelia on a terrible Christmas Eve. Thank you for listening, Crimson Snowfall. Blood on Christmas Eve. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you don't miss the next horror story update. See you on the next adventure.